Welcome to the Midlife Reinvention Podcast. I'm your host, Kavita, and the founder of Power Purpose Play, a global community of women in midlife. I'm here to tell you that it's your time now to rediscover what has always been inside of you and bring that out into the world. If you're wondering what's next, but don't know quite what that is, or if you feel a twinge in your heart telling you that you have so much more to do and so much more to offer, you're in the right place. Ask yourself, if not now, when? Do you want to leave your job, start your own business, take control of your health, reignite the passion in your marriage, write that book, or at least that first chapter? Transitions like this can be daunting, but through listening to my story and interviews with incredible women every week, I hope to inspire you to take action. I rediscovered myself after the age of 50, and I know you can too. It's my time now to help you do just that. I'm so excited you're here. Let's dive in. Hi, my friend. I hope this day brings with it much love and happiness for you. I'm so excited because later this week, I will be joining my sisters and my parents on a trip to Mexico with the sole purpose to celebrate my father's 89th birthday. I am dedicating this podcast to him, Surendar Kohli, because he is the driving force behind who I am today. If any of you listening have met him, you will know how truly amazing he is. At the young age of 89, he still wakes up at 4 a.m. every morning and does 3 hours of meditation and yoga. His passions are his wife, my beautiful mom, who also just turned 82, and is my soulmate and confidant. That's another podcast episode altogether. Also, his love of family and his belief in healthy eating and an active lifestyle. I'm not going to give you a history lesson, but I thought I'd share briefly why I'm doing what I'm doing today and why that may have some roots in my upbringing. You see, my father has always been an adventurer, much like myself. He was born in Kenya, and he and my mom raised myself and my two sisters there as a farmer, a very successful one at that. Life for my mom and dad was extremely carefree, but also dangerous at times. He retells one story where he was actually chased by a band of Maasai tribal warriors because they thought he entrenched upon their adjacent land. The only thing that saved him as he hid inside a thorny rosebush was the image of me as a baby. That kept him going until he was found and rescued. I really never tire of hearing that story. Long story short, my parents moved from Kenya to Canada in 1968 when I was just 2 years old in order to build a better life for their children and because they were forced to confiscate their land and flee out of the country. Unfortunately, such hardship is still seen to this day, as we know, when people are being displaced through war and dictatorship. But they built an amazing life for me and my sisters, working hard every day as so many immigrant families do. They built a beautiful life of love with so many family and friends surrounding us. I remember my mom always telling me that whenever a person enters your home, always treat them like God has entered and shower them with graciousness and generosity. That has always been instilled in me to this day. Many of you may have the immigrant experience as well, and when we think about where our strengths lie, it comes from these early experiences. We should remember that. My parents always instilled in us the importance of hard work, but also of tradition, our Indian tradition, including the importance of marriage, kids, and education. But the one thing that my father and mother always told me and my sisters is that we can do anything we wanted to do. They've always supported me as a young girl and now as a mother myself, and that is what I try to instill in my own children. Work hard, but believe in yourself and that you can do anything you set your mind to. Anything. I'm telling all this as a background to why I decided to reevaluate my life and my priorities as I turned 50. Yes, I had the luxury to do so because I had a stable income for so many years and a supportive husband who encouraged me. But without that determination that came from my parents, I would never have been able to do so. If my parents could move continents to a completely new country where they knew nobody, had no job, no friends, no family, heck, no internet. In the 60s, what was I about to do was just a piece of cake. The point is, my friend, we can create any excuse in the books to tell ourselves that we can't do something. Yes, some of us have it easier than others, but if you really want to do something, think about others that came before you and the hardships they faced. If they could do it, why can't you? I want to spend every day of my life feeling a sense of purpose and fulfillment because at the end of my life, I want to look back and say, yes, I did this. And look how I contributed positively to others. I don't want to regret anything. One of the exercises I go through in my coaching program is a visualization exercise, and in it, we visualize ourselves 20 or 30 years forward. I've talked about our inner mentors before, and this was a term I encountered through Tara Moore, and I found very useful on my journey of rediscovery. I'm going to take you through this exercise now. In fact, over the course of many of the podcast episodes to follow, I will give you a glimpse into some of the coaching practices and exercises that I take my clients through so you can get an understanding of the process I follow and I take my clients through. If you ask me why I'm doing this, why did I start Power Purpose Play? Why did I start this podcast? And why am I dedicating my coaching to helping women rediscover themselves? It's really because I believe in your potential. I believe you have so much to offer still. You are just getting started. I look at the example of my mom and dad and truly believe I can do anything. They are my role models. So I'm dedicating this visualization exercise to my father, Surendar Kohli, on his 89th birthday. Happy birthday, Daddy. Please find a quiet spot now to sit during this exercise. It'll take about approximately 15 minutes. So take time for yourself to dream and be open to whatever comes your way. At the end of the visualization, I will come in with some questions for you to answer. So bring out a journal or something to write in so you can jot your reflections down afterwards. Enjoy, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this exercise. If you want to learn more about this exercise and others that I go through in my coaching program, connect with me and I will give you all the details. Enjoy, my friend, and remember to celebrate yourself and your loved ones every single day because life is so precious. Welcome to this visualization exercise. This exercise takes aspects from many of my teachers and gurus over the years and helped me tremendously to visualize my future in great detail. It was a concept of the inner mentor introduced to me by Tara Moore and has been modified from my own experience. It is something that can be revisited over and over again. In order for this exercise to be effective, please do the following. Be in a quiet room or area with limited sounds or distractions. Turn off all forms of distractions such as cell phones, music, computers, emails. Be in a comfortable position, whether that's sitting comfortably or lying down, but try not to fall asleep. Focus on your breath and relax. Focus on your senses, all of them, throughout the visualization. Sight, smell, touch, sound, taste. As you go through this exercise, thoughts will come into your mind. That's okay. Try not to judge the thought. Instead, simply let the thoughts come and go, just like clouds gently passing through the sky. This may come easier to some than others, and that's okay. Try not to judge yourself and remain open to possibilities. This can be done as many times as you feel comfortable with, every day if you like. Take the time now for yourself to be present and to be whole. I like to start by sharing a quote by one of my gurus, Ahuja, here. He says, "There is no need to fight with your mind. Everything is in place for life to unfold in its natural way. Be aware of this. You are not apart from life, but life itself." Let's begin. Close your eyes and sit comfortably. You're aware of your body. Now your breath is moving by its own law, naturally, unforced. And you're here. Simply, you're here. Place your thumb and index finger together with a slight pressure and try to feel a pulse in there. Begin by focusing on your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in easily and effortlessly, then breathing out. With each breath, you're becoming more and more relaxed and comfortable. Breathe in and breathe out. Begin to feel your body completely relaxing. If thoughts come into your mind, let them appear and disappear. Try not to judge the thought. Instead, simply let the thoughts come and go, just like clouds gently passing through the sky. Relax your eyes, your brow, your cheeks, your jaw. Loosen your mouth, your tongue. Inhale, exhale. Relax your neck, your shoulders, your upper arms, now your lower arms, your hands and your fingers. Imagine a wave of relaxation like a ripple traveling down your spine from your upper back to your lower back. Your chest is relaxed. Your belly is soft. Relax your hips and down through your thighs, your knees, your calves. Now your feet are completely relaxed, as are your toes. No tension, like a ripple of water through your whole body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. With your next breath, let any remaining stress or tension float away. Imagine a ball of energy or light swirling in your belly. See it, feel it. Imagine it slowly moving up your chest, into your chest, your neck, and landing in the area of your forehead between your eyes. And focus on this ball of light. Inhale and exhale. Notice the color of the light and its brightness. Imagine that light begins to move upwards, as though a beam moving from your forehead up, outside of your body and upwards, as it travels outside of the room you are in. Float upward with the beam of light as it leaves the building you are in and travels up into the sky. Hi, my friend. Kavita here. Do you often feel blocked from moving forward? We all feel that way at times. These are referred to as energy blocks. I've created a short, actionable PDF guide to help you release your negative energy blocks. Click the link in the description to download it now for free. Now, let's get back to the episode. Imagine you are floating with that beam of light, following it upwards. Allow the beam to take you higher and higher. Notice as you travel with the light that the building beneath you is getting smaller and smaller. As you go higher and higher, notice your town and your city below you. As you move upward with this beam of light, notice the beauty of the earth below as you go higher and higher. The crystal blue ocean, the serene white clouds. Allow yourself to enjoy this perspective for a moment. Now, as you go faster and higher along this beam of light, notice the round globe beneath you, with its shimmering colors of green and blue and white. A sense of so much peace passes over you. You are traveling upwards and upwards and upwards until you are in blue-black space, silent, velvety, and dark. You now notice another beam of light next to the one that you were standing on. Notice the color and brightness of that beam. Notice that this beam travels all the way back down towards Earth, but this beam of light stretches down into the Earth 20 years from now, into the future. Now, step onto that beam and let it travel with you downwards, slowly and gracefully. Keep following this beam down, noticing the curve of the Earth coming closer and the contours of the Earth getting clearer and clearer in your view. Enjoy the sensation as you pass through the clouds and begin to get closer to the Earth. As you continue to travel along this beam of light, notice you're traveling towards the home or dwelling place of your future self. Yourself 20 years from now. Start to notice the beam of light is taking you to meet your future self. Notice, what part of the world are you in? Continue riding the beam of light downwards, enjoying the views below. Follow it all the way until it takes you to the home of your future self. You step off the beam of light right there. Take a look around. What kind of place is this? What kind of landscape does it have? Are there trees? Flowers? What does it feel like? Smell like? Notice now that there is a home there. Start walking towards the door, taking in all the colors and sounds around you. As you approach the door, feel your future self is approaching the door and opens it to warmly greet you and welcome you in. Take in her presence and her face. Just take in her presence and her face. What does she look like? What is she wearing? How does she smell? What does she say to you? Let her guide you inside. As you walk inside, notice what the inside of the house is like. Look around. What does it feel like? What's on the walls? What colors do you see? Can you smell the scent of the house? Now notice as she kindly offers you something to eat and drink. What does she offer you? Now she brings you to one of her favorite parts in the house for a chat. Notice where she has brought to you. How does it feel? Sit down with her in that favorite spot and see that she is ready to listen to you and share with you. Ask her. Go ahead and ask her. What has mattered most to you over the past 20 years? She may answer with words or through facial expressions or gestures. Listen to what she has to say. Now ask her, what do I need to know to get from where I am to where you are? Listen to her answer. Again, she may be answering in words or just with a facial expression or by a feeling. Ask her now, what will help me sing my true song? Listen to her answer and take it all in. Now go ahead and ask her any other questions you'd like to ask her, big or small. You can ask her about a great challenge she faced or what she loves to do now, or anything you want to ask her. Go ahead and do that now. Finally, ask her, what is our purpose? Be open to whatever surprising things she shares with you. Now, bring your visit with her to a close, knowing you can come back and visit her anytime. Thank her for her wisdom and her guidance she has given you today. As you are bringing your visit to a close, she has a parting gift that she's very excited to give you, and let her bring that to you. What is that gift? Thank her for the gift and for sharing her wisdom with you today. Hug her and tell her you will be back. Now she walks you to the door and you find your way outside of the house. You look back and she is waving and smiling. Make your way back to the beam of light that led you here. Go ahead and step on the beam and let it begin to carry you upward again. You can watch your home getting smaller and smaller beneath you as you move through the clouds all the way up into the dark blue-black space. Now, notice that next to your beam of light, there is another beam, the original one that you traveled on. Step onto that beam and start down to travel back to Earth in the present time. As you travel down, start to see the Earth coming into focus below you again. Notice the geography and landscape of your country or region. Then as you travel down, see your city or town with all its familiar sights. Follow the beam all the way down into your room where you began your journey. Notice the beam of light concentrated back on your forehead and feel it slowly traveling back down into your neck, chest, and now resting in your belly. Feel that light. Slowly come back into awareness, into your body. Feel the pulse of your thumb and forefinger. Begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. Feel the support of the chair beneath you. Take a deep breath in and out, and when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Come back to present moment awareness. How do you feel? Take a moment for a deep breath and reflect. Take out your journal now and reflect on the questions that follow. Try not to pin down an interpretation of what you just experienced, but let it sit with you. Some things you saw can be symbols. Keep your vision to yourself if you like, because it is sacred. Share it if you feel it would help. We can constantly learn from our inner mentors if we allow her to guide us through life. I hope you enjoyed this visualization exercise. It can be an emotional experience, as it was for me the first time I did it, and that's okay. That means you have tapped into something inside of you. You are beginning to see how you would like your life to look like in the future. Please take some time now to write down the answers to the questions that came up in the exercise. Write about the experience you just had with your visualization. Write down any words, images, feelings, insights, emotions that came to mind. What was your inner mentor's home like? What was her presence like? Recall the answers to the following questions you asked your inner mentor and write them down now. What has mattered most to you over the past 20 years? What do I need to do now to get from where I am today to where you are? What will help me sing my true song? What is our purpose? What was her parting gift to you, and why is that significant to you? A good exercise to do after you listen to this podcast is to visualize your inner mentor as you just met her, and imagine she wrote a letter to you. Write this letter from your inner mentor to you. What would she want to share with you? I wanted to share this experience with you to give you a glimpse of some of the things we do in my coaching program. The answers to many of the questions we seek are all within us, and my job is to help you get them out. As I take some time to celebrate my father's birthday this next week, I'll leave you with this. Age is just a number. I have met many people half my father's age who have far less energy than he does at 89. This is your one precious life. What are you going to do with it? I'm grateful you are here to receive some inspiration, and I would be honored to guide you on your journey moving forward even more. Listen to this visualization exercise as many times as you need to. Reach out to me with any questions if you have them. I'm here for you, and I wish you all the love and happiness that you truly deserve. See you in a few weeks, my friend, and in the meantime, stay well and stay safe.